In this lesson, we're going to learn how to find the surface area of cones and spheres. Now, if you took notes on the last video that we did when we did surface area of polyhedrons and cylinders, you'll notice we didn't really use any special formulas for finding the surface area because we were able to find the area of each individual face without any special formulas. We just needed to know how to find the areas of rectangles and triangles and pentagons and hexagons. No special formulas involved. It was all came down to triangles and rectangles and circles, which we already know how to find the area of those things. But for cones and spheres, we do need to use some special formulas. To find the lateral area for a cone, we're going to use this formula. And by the way, if you would like to print this blank note page in order to use it while watching the video, you can go to this bit.ly and print it, and then you'll be able to take your notes right on that printout if you would like. Otherwise, you'll have to copy down the diagrams in on your note page as you go. So either way, you're not required to print this one, but you can if you want. So again, we're going to use this formula to find the lateral area because you'll notice that for a cone, the wall is not a polygon. It's you might remember to do a paper template for a cone, you start with a sector like this, and then it attaches to a circle for the base. And so that is what the net looks like. That's the paper pattern to make a cone. And so finding the lateral area is, since it's not a polygon, we need to use a special formula. So to get the lateral area, we'll use pi RL, where L is the slant height of the cone. So whenever you have a cone, this is the slant height. It's this would be called just the regular height, but the slanted height of the cone, we use the letter L for that, and that's referred to as the slant height. So for this first example, our slant height is 12.6. So we'll say that's L. And so to find the surface area of this cone, we need the area of the walls. That's the lateral area. There's only really one wall that wraps around, plus there's only one base for this figure. So it's the lateral area plus the base. So to get the lateral area, we're going to use the formula up here. And so it says the lateral area is pi RL. So in this case, that would be pi. Our radius is 4, and our slant height is 12.6. And then the area of the base, it's just a circle. So the area of the base is pi r squared. And so in this case, that would be 16 pi. And so if we do this part on our calculator, 4 times 12.6, that is 50.4. So this is going to be 50.4 times pi plus 16 pi gives us a final answer of 66.4 pi. And that's an exact answer. Even though 66.4 is a decimal, it's not rounded. That is the exact answer we got. And then multiplied by pi. And so then we can also approximate that. If we do 50.4, sorry, if we do 66.4 times pi, that is about 208.60. And that is in square feet because it's an area. So again, for a cone, we're doing lateral area plus the base. We find the lateral area by doing pi RL, and then the base is just a circle, and we already know how to find the area of a circle. So now I would like you to pause your video and try this one. Again, the surface area for a cone is the lateral area plus the base. The lateral area is pi RL. The base is a circle. And so that's going to be, our radius would be 5. Since our diameter is 10, our radius is just 5. So that's pi times 5. L is our slant height 13. So there's our radius 5, our slant height 13. And then since our radius is 5, here we get 25 pi. So 5 times 13 is 65. So that's 65 pi plus 25 pi. That's 90 pi. And that's in square feet. That is also approximately 90 pi is about 282.74 square feet. Next, we're going to learn how to find the surface area for a sphere. Again, since the outside of a sphere doesn't involve polygons, we don't have any straight edges or anything here, we do need to use a special formula for that. The surface area for a sphere is here, so make sure you get that written down in your notes, as well as the one that we did earlier, which is the lateral area for a cone. Those are two of the only formulas you need in this lateral area in surface area topic. So since a sphere is round, we can't use polygons for the faces. We just have one face to our sphere. It doesn't have a lateral area. There's no such thing as the lateral area for a sphere because there's no wall. We just have one single face. The surface area is 4 pi r squared. And so surface area equals 4 pi. Our radius for this would be 8. Since the diameter is 16, the radius would be 8. So 4 pi r squared would be 4 times pi times 8 squared, and that is 256 pi. That's in square inches, and that is approximately 256 pi is about 804.25 if we round to the hundredths place. So again, we have our exact area and our approximate area. Okay, one thing that might help you remember this formula is the area of a circle is pi r squared. So the area on the outside of a sphere is the same as 4 circles. So if we took this circle, we took the area of that circle, the outside of the sphere is the same as 4 of those. So if you do pi r squared, that'll give you the area of the circle, then multiply by 4. That gives you 4 pi r squared. So that may help you remember the surface area for a sphere is the same as 4 circles. Okay, now go ahead and pause your video and try this last example. Surface area for a sphere is 4 pi r squared. Our radius is 5. And so we have 4 times pi times 25, which is 100 pi. That's in square meters. And that is approximately 314, well, let's see, we can get more decimals on our calculator. So 100 pi is about 314.16 square meters. Okay, so you should have both answers, your exact and your approximation. So that completes today's lesson. Make sure you refer back to this video if you need to when you're working on the homework on cones and spheres.